Hey, this is BlindFox and welcome at my Ration review. Please support the channel, please subscribe and please go and donate on patreon.com. So today's ration we got from Pablo's Cave Shop on eBay. Go and check him out, he's got a lot of interesting rations. So today we are going to do our lunch part of the Czech 24-hour IMRE menu number 2. Alright, let's do lunch. We're going to do the chicken. This is, I think, 215 grams or something like that. Just can't find it now there, but it's around 200 and something grams. Sort of 215, I think. We're going to do the poultry pate. This is around 75 grams. We're going to do the other packet of crisp breads. We're going to do the other strawberry jam. Here is some salt. Here is some the other little sweet. There's still some gum left. Here is some sugar that we are not going to use. And here is the tea. And we're going to check out the wet wipe. And we've got a serviette. So this is lunch. So let's get started. I'm not going to try the gum again, but there's still one piece left. This is a nice minty gum. Quite refreshing. So we're going to heat this up, but we want to just look at it first. I'll just heat this up in the microwave. Opens quite nicely. There you can see this is just a piece of chicken with some sauce or fat on it. So I'll eat some of this cold, heat some of this up, and we'll be back with all the rest. Okay, the tea is in a little bag. There's a tea knot here. And it's got a nice tea smell. Just a normal little tea bag. I'm not sure if it's a herbal tea or not, but there we go. So I will go and eat some of this, mix this, and we'll be back. Okay, let's start with the chicken. We've got a cold chicken here, so let's taste a bit. Very, very hard, sort of like a bully beef or corned beef. Very salty. Very salty, sort of corned beef structure with some extra fat. So let's check out this, the cooked or the heated one. Much softer. Still salty, but the fat has sort of been absorbed by the chicken. This is very salty, almost like a chicken ham type thing. So let's try some on our, let's try this first. They survived quite good actually. And again, this tastes a lot like the soft part of popcorn. Not a lot of tasty or a lot of taste. Just very airy and tastes like nothing. So let's taste this together. The tastelessness of the crack or the crisp bread again sort of absorb the saltiness of the meat, so you don't taste that very saltiness. You do get the nice meat taste of this. So let's taste the hot ones on the crisp bread. Much softer. The texture sort of differ between these. The taste also differ between the cold and the heated one. But they are quite good. They taste a lot like ham, but this is chicken. So the next thing we are going to try is our poultry pate. Very soft. Let's just clean my fingers with the wet wipe. Now this wet wipe doesn't seem to have any tear notches, but it does stay open quite easily. It's got that astringent wet wipe smell. Not a large wet wipe, but It's not, you can't stretch it, but it's nice and wet. And it just have that astringent wet wipe smell. Nothing really wow about this, but it does dry quickly. Your hands doesn't stay wet. The alcohol on this dries quickly, and you can clean up nicely. Now let's taste our pate. Very soft. This just slides through. A bit salty, but not a liver taste at all. Very soft. There's almost no graininess to this. This is so smooth, so creamy smooth. This is quite good. This just scoops out easily. You can see there. And again, the slightly saltiness of the pate sort of helps the crisp bread, but it gives it a nice crunch. This is a very smooth, very fine pate. And again, this is just the same we had at breakfast. We tasted this on the crackers at breakfast, but someone said they tried it on some of the ham, one of the other rations, so I'm gonna try a bit of the pate on the chicken, or sorry, a bit of the jam on some of the chicken, and see how that tastes. Really interesting. Nice and sweetness with the meat. Not something I would eat every day, but it's quite nice. Let's try it with the hot meat. It sort of just gives the sweetness to the meat. Interesting. So let's do a bit again on the sweet or the crisp bread. This is very gelatinous. It really doesn't spread easily. Very sweet, and it goes well with the crisp bread as well. Then I wipe off my fingers. So, only thing we've got left to do is our tea. This is just me a normal black tea, nothing wow about this. We're not going to need the salt for this. And this is the same sweet we had at breakfast. Just a hard candy. It doesn't want to break now, but when you put this in your mouth, it just turns into a very, very fine sugar. Something this reminds me of is sherbet. It's got that same souriness. It's almost the same texture if you bite it. Very, 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 very fine. I think this might be grape, but it's nice fruity flavor. A great little candy. Or a sweet. It's not really a candy, but this was a nice little meal. And again, this was the lunch from our Czech IMRE Menu 2. So what did I think about this? The chicken is nice, hot and cold. You can eat this both ways. It goes well with the crackers. Either way, it's just much softer when it's hot. And the taste differs slightly. The fat sort of, there's still fat in this one, the cold one. In the hot one, it sort of gets absorbed by the chicken. The pate, very smooth, very fine. Not liver tasting at all. The jam is the same as we had at breakfast. The crisp bread on its own is very boring, just light, crunchy. Tastes like the white part of a almost the same as the white part of popcorn, or like unflavored sort of cheese puffs. Those corn puff chips, very much the same. But this is very boring. But with the chicken, because it's a bit salty, it sort of compensated for the blandness of the crisp bread, and the pate, the poultry pate, does go well with it as well. It's also a little bit salty, the pate, but it gets cancelled out by the crisp bread. And the tea is just normal tea. The wet wipe was nice. Gets your hands clean, and it dries quickly, so you don't sit with wet hands. So that was lunch, and we got this from Pablo's Cave Shop on eBay. Go and check him out. He's got interesting rations. He is based in Poland. I really enjoyed this. The only video we've got left is dinner, so see you then. Thanks for watching. Please support the channel, please subscribe, please go and donate on patreon.com, and see you at my next ration review.